studio.
Hey there, guys. That's exactly right. The flood threat will continue as we head into tonight, and this is what we're really concerned about. The rain has actually started to lighten up, the heavy stuff now pushing into the Piedmont of Virginia, but the runoff, it's been raining for a while, so the runoff in the tributaries still going into the rivers, and that's why we're worried about the flood threat continuing, even though the rain has started to let up a bit. I want to say that again, Tazewell County still under a flash flood warning. Earlier in the day, the National Weather Service actually put them under a flash flood emergency. Just to put that in perspective, I have not heard those words since the Greenbrier County 2016 floods. Now, I don't anticipate it to get quite that bad, but evacuations have been underway in Tazewell County. If you're anywhere near the Clinch River, you need to be careful. This river is already above flood stage and is continuing to rise as we head into tonight after all that runoff is going into the river. So again, be careful. Now, it's not only Tazewell County, as we mentioned earlier, several counties dealing with flooding reports around the area. All of these little bubbles you see on the map represent storm reports across the area. And all of these are actual flood reports. So we've had reports come in from Giles, from Greenbrier, from Summers County today. Not quite as dire as Tazewell or McDowell, but we've definitely had some flood reports out there. A flood warning will continue for the entire area through the overnight hours. A flood watch will continue for pretty much our entire area through tomorrow. I do want to mention too, flooding is not the only weather threat we have. I was actually looking at Appalachian Power. We've got hundreds of people without power right now, and that could get worse into Friday. Why? The wind is going to pick up. We could see wind gusts 15, 30 miles an hour. Power outages will definitely be possible throughout the day because it doesn't take a huge wind gust with this soaking wet ground to cause power issues. On top of that, we've got some snow on the way for tomorrow. Now, this is not looking like a big deal, but we could definitely see some slick spots develop further into the weekend. And of course, as we know, that snow adds to the liquid that's running into the rivers too. So that's something we're going to watch. Now, again, as we mentioned, our neighbors in Virginia really getting hit hard. Here are some of the images out of Richlands, and we've just learned that the electricity is off for many in the center of town due to a gas leak. Now, the time frame for the power to be restored right now is unknown. We're told water rescues and evacuations are still going on in multiple parts of town. Conditions, as we mentioned earlier, also very bad across the entirety of Tazewell County. And right now, Brandon Lawson is live in Richlands. Brandon, what can you tell us about what's going on?
Just some very devastating scenes here, Catherine. This is on Virginia Avenue in Richlands. This is East 1st Street here, absolutely flooded over. A state police tactical team actually just launched their boat into this. They're actually rescuing people from that, about the 5th residence down in that kind of that white home in there. It's one of the smaller ones there. They're actually rescuing a couple from that home. The boat's just sitting out there. I think they just got out of the boat to go rescue those folks. But this is, again, the Clinch River that is just flooding over across Tazewell County as you go towards Richlands. Remember, I was just live in Durand, Virginia as well, where a lot of the flooding has been happening. Now, as we continue to go through the overnight hours, Clinch River is going to continue to rise, and this is why. It might not be raining right now, but as Catherine was just talking about, we've got a lot of runoff on some of these roads, and that runoff is going to continue to flow into some of these streams, into some of these rivers as well, and when that happens, it's going to continue to rise as we go into the overnight hours, and we might not even see a crest for the Clinch River until we go into tomorrow morning. And matter of fact, I think they're actually rescuing people right now. I think they're getting ready to come back out here. You can actually see there they are on the boat. They're about to pull out. I think they're rescuing some folks there. Yeah, I could see some folks. They actually just rescued them right there. Here's the family that just got out of that home. They're getting ready to come back on here after rescuing those folks there on that boat. Just some devastating scenes here with this flooding that we're seeing going across our area. But again, this is in Richlands off of Virginia Avenue on 1st Street. You can see the state police tactical unit that is coming up with this family right now. They're trying to, looks like some very dangerous situations going on here on the road. And let you guys watch this kind of unfold as they continue to push towards our area. But just a sad scene, a very safe, just a very, very dangerous situation. If you don't have to be out tonight, that's one thing I want to point out. Don't come out because there's so many. I mean, I'm looking at so many state police folks that are out here saving people. You don't want to put their lives in danger if you don't have to be out tonight. But that's going to do it for me, reporting live here in Tazewell County, just off of East